Greetings, Commanders, and welcome to Takedown Tuesday, part of our 7 Days of Fun series here in Elite Dangerous, where we do a different activity in the game each day of the week. Takedown Tuesday is our on-foot bounty hunting missions, and we have a trio of kill missions to do today. So we're going to run to our ship, hop out into space, and get ourselves to the first of 3 settlements where we're supposed to find our target, shoot them in the head, and then book it back to the station to turn in our missions. Let's go ahead, get launched, get out of here, start heading off to our first destination, which it looks like all of these are going to be in either Kabuga or Coma. So let's just go ahead and do Kabuga first. We'll go ahead and target that while we're on our way out of the station. Vertical thrust, landing gear, boost to get away from the station as quickly as possible, reorient and so we can just pull straight up to get lined up with our target system. Start charging our frame shift drive and just head off to this area here. So I'm going to go ahead and make the jump and do the whatever the approach to the planet's going to be, and bring you back as we're descending to our target settlement. All right, well, it looks like 2 out of our 3 mission targets have decided to flee justice. So we're going to have to go ahead and head out to the remote parts of planets that they've decided to try to hide out on. Trying to manage our approach here so we don't overspeed into the drop area. You want to be at least no faster than 10 kilometers per second by the time you hit that drop zone to get into a nice smooth glide. So this will make it, 2 of these are going to be relatively easy just because they're going to be off by themselves with nobody else around. We do have to go up and scan them with the scan tool to make sure, or to minimize the chances that we're going to get a bounty placed on us. It doesn't always work from what I've seen. Sometimes I scan them and I still end up getting a bounty on my head. And I think I have, oh yeah, somehow we didn't end up getting notoriety out of that, out of that screw up we had the other day. So that worked out. Let's get ourselves down here to the planet. We'll find the guy next to his ship and we'll get landed, scan him, shoot him, run on. Get our landing gear coming down. I'm gonna land over here in this flat section. I like to land relatively close because they don't really get aggressive until you scan them anyway. So we'll land like right here. It's not like he would be able to really shoot my it's not like he by himself would be able to do any real damage to my ship anyway, but yeah. So we'll run this way. We'll turn our shield on, and then we'll scan him. Do a little bit of bouncy low grab action. Shield on. And
should have stayed out of it.
And that's it for you. All right, back to the ship we go, and on to the next target. There's a lot of people who don't understand the benefits of hopping this way. You don't use up your stamina, so you're able to basically sprint indefinitely by just kind of staying in the air as much as you can. So if you can manage your, especially if you have like a long distance jetpack or whatever, you can generally be pretty. You can keep moving for long distances without having to stop. All right, so that's 1 of 3. So now, who did we just kill? I really don't like. Oh wait, I think we have to get out of here before it'll update, right? Well, I mean, we need to go to one of the coma system ones anyway, so yeah, let's just do that. There we go. And we don't even have to get line of sight to the next system. That's awesome. So we'll jump into this system, head over to the next either settlement or the guy that ran, and bring you back when we're ready to take him down. Okay, so both of these targets are on the same planet. One is in a settlement, and the other is in is over here. He's another runaway guy. So we're gonna go ahead and do him first because he's easier. So we can knock out the 2 easier missions first because we don't know if we're gonna have to like infiltrate a facility or whatever to get to the 3rd guy. So we'll go ahead, we'll run down, do the same thing we just did in that last mission on this guy, get him taken out, and then head over to the other settlement. So start getting some speed reducing here. Get our night vision turned on so we can see once we get down there. Start boosting the throttle up. You can slowly increase your throttle as you approach the drop zone just to keep your speed as high as possible. So long as once you hit the drop zone, you're below 10 kilometers per second. And you can kind of hear the engine whining up as you get closer and closer to the drop zone. You want it to do that so that you can just quickly get to the drop zone as fast as possible. You're just gonna be very careful to manage your throttle so that you don't overspeed by the time you hit the drop zone. You do it enough times and you'll just kind of hear it and understand what you need to be seeing and hearing, seeing from the gauges and hearing from the engine noise to get the you know, most efficient and quickest drop out of the thing. Sorry, I'm trying to focus on landing, and words are hard to come by when you're doing that. Oh, didn't realize I had my throttle still on. Can we land? Thank you. Excuse me. All right, so he's really close, or they're really close, so go ahead and do this, get our night vision turned on. Did it scan? Oh my god, stop moving! Alright, that takes care of him. Sweet. So, we'll board here. And we'll go ahead and just target the settlement now. Because we're done going to planets, so I can remove that from the planets and signal sources. We can target this guy. He is 3.59 megameters away, which means we're going to have to go orbiting around the planet just a little bit. Let's go ahead and get out of here. We'll get out of mass lock. And then we'll boost out of the planet for just a second. Let's see. It looks like it's gonna be all the way around on the other side, so let's boost a little bit. That's not really what I meant to happen, but whatever. We'll go up higher, and then we'll go swing ourselves around. Getting out of gravity, even with it's a tricky business, even with the Super Cruise Overdrive. See, I went out way too far, so now I'm not going to get the slingshot effect that I was trying to get. There's just no fine-tuning it. It's very, very annoying to use sometimes. Great when you need to go, you know, long distances. Not necessarily the best when you're trying to do close-in work. Oop. All right, but that seems to have gotten us pretty close. So we can just swing around like this. We'll start to try to manage our speed as best we can. I will give us a little bit more. A little bit more. All right, so yeah, it looks like we're gonna be okay. As long as we can get down to 10 kilometers per second on our descent here, we'll be okay. Start bringing the throttle down. Yeah, we should be good. You're generally trying to get that 55-degree angle as close as you can to the red zone, because that's generally the most efficient approach. But sometimes when you're doing close-in orbit work like this, you're not able to do that. Okay, so this could be really easy. This could take a couple minutes to get done, because if they're inside a secured area, then we have to do the infiltration part as well. So that's something we have to keep in our back pocket, keep in the back of our mind. Because this could go south, and I might start getting attacked by people if I don't necessarily handle it the best way, we're going to go ahead and land over here. With any luck, they're just sitting outside, and we can just run in and grab them, but no way to know yet until we... I'm trying to look. Where can I land? Oh, there was a landing spot right there. Sweet. Because I don't know if I'm going to have to infiltrate or not, we're going to go ahead and switch our loadout back to our infiltrator suit, and then we'll disembark. I generally forget to change my suits out because I normally just do one activity at a time. Doing this random stuff, or not random stuff, doing this cyclical stuff each day of the week is not something I normally do. So I do need to figure out where I can buy some... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I do need to figure out where I can get some E-breaches. I keep meaning to do that, and then I forget. So I'm down to like 2, I think, at this point. And if I don't ever... this is going to be one of those things where my brain just is never going to remember to go do it. So what's going to end up happening is I'm going to run out, and then we're going to do an episode, and then I'm not going to have it. And then by the time I get to the end of the episode, I will have forgotten that that's something I need to go do. Because I'm guaranteeing you now, even though I'm talking about it right here on our last mission, it will be one of those things where I will show up next week and not have it. So I need to find a terminal so we can locate this guy. Oh, come on. So we can locate this guy. I need an outdoor terminal, preferably. So I don't have to... So that I don't need a security clearance to get it. Damn it. Everybody's like all over the place right now. So we've got a power station there, an industrial station there. There's a gate over there that could have a... Oh no, there's one right there. I see a terminal right there in the little building there. Okay. We just don't want him to scan us. So we are looking for Nolan McFadden. We can go down the staff list here, go down to N. Target him. He's in a level... It says he has a level 2 security clearance, which means he's probably in a building with level 2 security, which means we're probably going to need... Yeah, he's in the command room. Which means we're probably going to need... we might be able to just kind of finagle our way in. Look at this. No, I don't think so. I think we're going to kill you and head back to our ship. That was super lucky. So that's why you want to have an e-breach, because that made that super easy to just infiltrate into the room. And I didn't even have to go into a secure area. I didn't have to steal anybody's ID. And for once, we were able to get in and out without anybody else getting mad at us. So this is one of the first times in a long time I've gotten lucky enough to where I didn't have anybody intruding on my ability to take out my target. It's very nice. So we'll hop back into our ship, head back to the station to turn in all of our missions, and call it a very successful day. I think that was very nice. So as usual, we'll get up, landing gear off, straight up, the boost away from the station, or the boost away from the settlement. We will use the convenient menu system to target our home station. And unfortunately, we're going to have to boost out of the planet to get line of sight. So we'll go ahead and get that done really quick. Waiting for that to happen. Then we boost. Very nice for getting out of the completely away, though. The boost is really nice for getting completely away from the planet. That's a very convenient feature. And yeah, we'll get this jump done. We'll get back to the station to turn in our missions, and that's pretty much it. All right, we are coming in for our landing here at Batuta Beacon, which is where we got our mission set from. We'll go ahead and get this done. Normally, I would go down into the actual docking bay as the end of the video, but I do need to reposition back to the carrier so that I can get that moved back out to the Pleiades for a Wandering Wednesday and Thargoid Thursday, which are the next 2 episodes in our regular video series that we're doing now. So we're going to get this done. I am going to collect some materials, and I am going to head out to the carrier so I can get that countdown done, but you guys are done for the day. So thank you very much for watching. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to help us reach 10,000 subscribers. If you'd like to support the channel, I do have PayPal and Patreon links in the video description, as well as the thanks button just below the video itself. So again, thank you very much for watching. Be sure to come back for Wandering Wednesday, where we're going to be doing some exobiology. And I will see you then.